Now we're going to talk photography. We're talking to Michael Whitefoot, a well-known photographer based in Worcestershire. And I've always wanted to pick Michael's brain about his career and his, I guess, love of taking pictures of incredible places where we live, where we all live and where we all visit as well. Now, he's put together from his incredible work a couple of books, that really doesn't do them justice, a couple of incredibly beautiful pieces, if you like. One about Worcestershire and one about Herefordshire, all pictures, and it's like a historical document, okay, because these pictures really do show some of the incredible landscapes as they are today of where we live, and also some of the incredible buildings and a lot of the heritage, okay? So they're quite big books with a huge number of photographs in. And the reason he's popped into the studio today is to give me his latest collection of photographs, which is actually of the Cotswolds. So it's not really our patch, but it's just on the edge. He's got to branch out eventually, I suppose. He's taken so many pictures of Herefordshire and Worcestershire, he's run out of places to photograph. So he's moved on to the Cotswolds, and he's not stopping there, actually, as we will hear when we chat. But it's been really nice just to sit down and sort of chew the fat with someone who has spent most of his life taking photographs, what and how it actually works. The other thing that's happening is on Monday, an exhibition is opening in Worcester Cathedral of some of Michael's work, and it's being put up, this exhibition, in a quite dramatic, remarkable way. The sort of photography exhibition that you don't often get to see, and a chance to experience and enjoy these incredible photographs, again, in a really unusual and rare capacity, if you like. I'll let Michael explain a little bit more. Now, he popped into the studio earlier today, and it was actually the first time he's ever popped in, and I said, tell me exactly what it is that you've been working on, Michael, and what it is you do.
The main pieces over the last few years, COVID sparing us all, has been landscape photography. Give you a quick background, I used to do Premier League sports, and I still do classical musical concerts. But I've dropped all the sports and now I do landscape because I can do that in the sunny weather when I want to, and the mountains don't move and the rivers don't move, and it's great because it's far easier. But the thing was, did I want to take all those photographs, keep them on my hard drive, do nothing with them, the odd screensaver, and that's it? And I thought, well, no, it's a bit of a waste. So that's when I started producing an awful lot of goods which go into shops locally, like jigsaws, calendars, books now. And it's a first for me next week, where I'm actually putting on a display of 26 1.2 metre square canvas prints in the chapter house in the cathedral.
In Worcester Cathedral?
In Worcester
And
Cathedral.
these are pictures of Worcestershire?
Worcestershire, Rome, Florence.
Oh, right.
Scotland. So it's a bit of a mix. There are some Hereford as well. As you know, Hereford and Worcester. There are some Hereford ones.
Yeah.
But it's using my postcard pictures and doing something with them. But what I've done is I've picked my favourite ones and I've made them into canvases which are over 1 metre big. So they are huge.
Stunning. Have you got them ready now? Because the exhibition's going up on
Monday.
Oh gosh, okay.
Yes.
So
they're all ready.
They must look amazing, because I've seen tiny versions of these, because you were just trying to sort of give me a little insight into what it's going to be like. But I can't imagine that massive. I mean, they're beautiful pictures.
Well, when you see the 1.2 metre size, it's quite something. In fact, you can't go too close. You have to stand away from them slightly.
Yeah, of course you would, to take it all in.
Absolutely. But some of those, like I said, they're from Wales, Scotland, Italy. To give you a little bit of an idea, the one of the Trevi Fountain, I took at 4 o'clock in the morning to try and avoid the tourists, which I failed to do because there were still loads of tourists there.
Oh, really?
And it took 12 photographs stitched together to actually make that one.
What do you mean stitched together?
So I had to take a photograph top left, top right,
really?
in the middle.
To avoid the people?
No, just to get it all in. Because it's such a big thing.
Yeah.
And you had to stand so close to it.
Right.
So you couldn't use a very wide lens, otherwise it would distort it.
Where
It looked
is
really
that?
weird. Trevi Fountain, Rome.
Right.
In the middle of Rome. So yes, I went there at 4 o'clock in the morning, and there was still a few hundred tourists there. I could not believe it.
Dear, oh dear. I know that Rome's mental. That's remarkable. And so, I mean, who did you take that photograph for? Was it commission, or you just wanted to do it?
Just
so
me.
how do you, without prying, how do you earn a living from this? I mean, you're taking these incredible photos without commissions, I'm guessing. So you must, you're doing it for the love, but
Yes.
I guess you hopefully need to have a job out of it as well.
It pays for the petrol,
Okay.
and that's about it. Professional photography these days, it just doesn't exist. Everyone has a smartphone. Worcester News don't have photographers anymore. They rely on people sending them photographs. So I go out to take photographs for myself, and then if I can use them, I'll use them. So, for example, a lady from the Malvern Post Office called up this afternoon and said, right, I need those tea towels with your sunrise over Malvern, and I need them like tomorrow. Luckily, I have stock. So what I'm doing is I'm creating lots of stock, jigsaws, calendars, tea towels, and everything else, and then I sell them to the shops, and then they sell them on. So,
right, so it's a little bit of extra money towards your kit and your time and your petrol.
Which is really a hobby, I have to say.
Right, well it is, these days. I mean, years and years as a paid professional photographer, and now you can just enjoy your skill. And other people can.
It's fun now. It's not like being a wedding photographer where you have to do something for the bride and groom. It's always for me, and if I can do something with it, I will.
You're not tempted to dabble in like weddings, or
no?
You don't do anything like that anymore. Is that because you don't have to, because you're so rich?
Because I don't have to. Not the second bit. But basically, it's a case of, do I need the stress of doing that? No.
Right. In other words, you've had a career, and now you're using the skill set to enjoy what used to be a passion and became a job, and now is back to a passion.
Yep.
I like that. Okay, that's fantastic.
So to give you an idea, I started off with Worcestershire postcard book.
Yes.
Then the Herefordshire.
Yeah.
I just launched the Cotswold. I'm currently doing Wales, and then I'll do Shropshire. That's going to take me a good 2 years to get it all done. And in the meantime, I'll just carry on taking local photographs. Yeah. Just to keep them fresh.
Well, we love it. We have your Herefordshire calendar in our kitchen. And do you know what? I mean, did I send you a picture of my 18-year-old son and his mates going through your book? And they literally picked it up and they went through it picture by picture. You know, teenagers who I wouldn't have expected them to be so interested, and they were amazed.
Well, it's not so bad because it's full of pictures.
Yeah.
I like books like that.
Yeah,
Not too much
so do
text.
they, evidently. Yeah.
Because that's a bit of text at the bottom, which my good lady wife, Michelle, does.
Yeah.
That's fine. So if it gives you a tidbit about the picture, instead of what I would do is just say, that's such and such a hall.
Yes,
she will
there's
write,
a bit of
that's
information.
such and such a hall, built in whenever, owned by whoever. So there's a little bit more to it. So sometimes she finds little nuggets, which are interesting. And it's good that she puts those in, because I would never have thought of it.
Well, I mean, that's fantastic. Can we buy these books? I mean, you mentioned that you put them in shops and stuff. Can we get them from you?
You can get them on my website.
Right.
But the Cotswold book, I'm really aiming at the Cotswolds. Although the tourist office in Worcester are going to take them next summer for the tourist season.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I'm just having a little look because I've not seen this one yet. I've seen the Worcester one. I've seen the Hereford one. Where am I looking at on the front cover in the Cotswolds?
Castle Combe.
Castle Combe.
Castle
Is there a
Combe.
racetrack there?
There is. But that's supposed to be the prettiest village in England.
Is that what they say?
That's what they say. And Stardust, the film movie was.
It is pretty, isn't it? I mean, you got to give them that in the Cotswolds, haven't you?
Yeah.
They got nice
It is
stone.
very nice.
Got nice stone, haven't they?
Yes. In the sunshine.
I mean, good grief! Some of the pictures of the Malverns that you've taken, breathtaking. You must know where to go to stand.
Yes. And that takes an awful lot of wrong places to stand.
Right. Yeah.
So you'll stand in a lot of places for the wrong time, and all of a sudden you figure out, I should be over there.
and then you've got to pack all your kit up, off you go.
No, that'll be another day.
And the next day, timing is everything, isn't it?
That'll be another day. So that's a little bit like the conversation we had before about the fact that the winter time is great for doing sunrises and sunsets.
Yes.
It's because they are at good times.
They're not like, because there's barely any darkness in the middle of summer, is there?
No.
Yeah.
So instead of getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go up the Malverns, you can go up there at 8. It's a much nicer
Very
hour.
civilised.
Absolutely.
Much better.
Absolutely.
Michael Whitefoot, the photographer, chatting to me there about his work and his life, and his latest work as well. He's actually from Wales. You can probably tell by his voice. But now he's based here in Worcestershire, and he's put together a fantastic book of photographs of Worcestershire, which is really beautiful. It's a gorgeous county. Then he went on to produce one for Herefordshire, which, I mean, some might say is even more gorgeous. I'm not getting into the debate. Now, the latest one is Postcards from the Cotswolds, which of course includes Broadway, which we are going to take ownership of in Worcestershire. And some of the nicest pictures in this book are of Broadway. I mean, it's gorgeous. Anyway, if you want to find out a little bit more or have a look, or maybe buy the book, it is www.michaelwhitefoot.co.uk. And you can see him in the cathedral. He's just about to set up, well, he is setting up on Monday and opening an exhibition of some of his work, but huge. Okay, so 1.2 metres tall and wide, these photographs. So a really incredible, breathtaking way to see these stunning photographs of Worcestershire, the Malverns and parts of Italy. So that's what's going to be on display on Monday at the cathedral, and you'll have a chance to buy them as well. I mean, what an incredible piece of art to put in your home. Be a talking point, that's for sure. Anyway, more to come from Michael in a bit. First, some tunes. A Friday, anyway, I can't be dealing with bad romance on a Friday. We want good. It's 6:45 now already, and we are ensconced in a brilliant conversation with the lovely Michael Whitefoot. You can look him up. www.michaelwhitefoot.co.uk. He's a photographer based in Worcestershire, although he's Welsh. We'll allow that. No, he's born in Wales, but now lives in and works in Worcestershire and has done for many decades. And he's so talented at taking incredible photographs of where we live. So he's produced a few books of his incredible work, one of Worcestershire, one of Herefordshire. Now I'm clutching the one of the Cotswolds, which does include parts of Worcestershire. And some of his work is going to be on full high-definition display as part of an exhibition, well, in an exhibition at Worcester Cathedral as of Monday. Some giant prints of his stunning photographs will be in the cathedral for you to have a look at and wow at. You'll have to stand back from them because they're so huge, just so that you can see the entire photograph. And these beautiful photos in such a huge, displayed in such a massive, colossal way, I think is going to be very breathtaking. I cannot wait to see it. So we've been having a little chat to Michael about his work and about the exhibition and his latest book, etc. We've got to the point in the conversation now where I wanted to know how he managed to narrow it down. He's got, thousands and thousands of incredible images from Herefordshire and Worcestershire, the Malverns, and all over the world, in fact. And he's chosen 26 pictures to put in the exhibition in the cathedral, some of Italy and some of our local counties. How did he choose those 26?
Difficult.
Yes.
Well, actually, yes and no. I only have 26 spaces.
Yes.
So I really had
You
to
had
say...
to narrow it down.
Yeah, and I didn't want to do all just Worcester. I thought
Right.
it might be a little bit boring if it was all the cathedral and Malverns, etc., etc. So I wanted to spice it up a bit by putting Italy, Scotland and Wales in there.
It's kind of half and half almost, isn't it?
Yes.
And there's some stunning shots of the Malverns and a couple of really excellent city shots of Worcester.
Yes.
Where are you in that one? Where are you?
That's a drone.
Yeah, I was going to say
That's a drone.
You must have gone up in a chopper or something.
Small one. But no, that's a drone that I fly over Cathedral Meadows.
Yeah, that's a skill, isn't it, though?
And over there, I can fly it and I'm not over anybody or over any houses or
Yeah.
anything like that. And then I just crop the image. So it looks like I'm actually over Worcester. But I'm not.
And that one, are you standing on the Worcester Bridge for that one?
New Road Bridge.
Yeah.
That's the classic
the
shot.
The New Road Bridge looking up the river towards the cathedral.
Yeah.
Very gorgeous view. I mean, people stand there. I've seen people on the bridge, standing there and looking up. So if you want to look at what I'm looking at, I'm looking at a tiny version of it. I can't wait to get up there and see the big ones. It's opening on Monday.
Opening on Monday. Set up on Monday morning. It's open until the 19th.
Right.
And not only that, if I can mention it, that you can buy the prints and the cathedral will get a commission.
Oh, right. Okay,
so it's a donation.
Yeah, so this is potentially a fundraiser for the cathedral as well.
Yes.
Well, that's really, really excellent. And when you say buy the prints, you mean the ones that are actually on show?
Yes. There will be a few spares.
Okay.
But quite literally, if anyone can sort of leave it there till the end and have it later, great.
That would be best.
If not, they can take them because they could be visitors. And I've got spares.
So you've just had all these made for you, printed out by a local printing.
They all come from Germany.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Good grief.
They all come from Germany.
That's quite a project in itself, let alone taking the photos, getting this as turned into art of the size.
Well, the other thing is on Saturday, I have a stall on the high street where I'll be selling all my goods.
Right.
Except my canvas prints.
Yes.
Because they're all going
They're
to
at
the
the
cathedral.
Mm-hmm.
But in November, I'm doing the same thing and I'll bring the canvas prints out and they'll be on the stall.
Okay. And
So
this
I will
undercover,
get
isn't it?
to sell them at some point.
Right, yes. Oh, fine. Okay, so you will... Yeah, because I can't imagine they're cheap to produce.
Not too bad.
Right. Well, I'm very, very impressed. I'm trying to decide which one I want. There's a fantastic aerial shot of the cathedral. I love the one looking up from the New Road Bridge.
The money shot, as
yeah,
that's called.
that's a beautiful, beautiful view, and that is my summer safe place.
Well, I just delivered 150 of those on a fridge magnet to Worcester Cathedral.
Fantastic! So they're going to sell them, are they?
They're going to sell them.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's amazing. But where the one of Bodden and Arboretum is magical as well. Where's that one? I'm looking at that the Malvern?
That's the Malverns. That's another drone.
One of the walks.
That's the spine of the Malverns from one end to the other. And again, it doesn't really show it in that small picture, but on the big one, you can see every little house that's there.
Right, amazing. I mean, the sky is magnificent. I can imagine you've taken that picture hundreds of times to get that particular colour.
Yep.
The sky's beautiful. The green of the hills, and then you can see that spine. That is just a remarkable shot, and I can't imagine the impact of it when you're standing in front of it.
With a photograph like that, is where do you go next?
Well, yes.
How once you've got that photo, a bit like the money shot of the cathedral, how do you get something better than that? That's the trick.
Well, what's the answer?
I don't know.
Well, that's why I guess you've moved on to the Cotswolds.
Yes.
You've captured Worcestershire, you've now captured Herefordshire, and you've Cotswolds, then Wales and Shropshire.
And you just move on, because once you've got a really good shot, what is the point in going back and trying to better it if you can't?
What a project. I suppose the Cotswolds is one part of Gloucestershire. You could do the other. You could do the Forest of Dean.
Yes.
That's near where I live.
Well, there are 5 counties in the Cotswolds. But I have cheated as well, because I've added Bath.
Well, I suppose that's a bit Cotswoldstone-y.
It's on the fringe, same as Cheltenham and Gloucester.
Yes.
Not technically in there.
No.
But there are lots of people there
you've
who
got
would
the
buy the
Stroud.
book.
Yeah, you've got the Stroud Valleys, haven't you?
Yes.
And wow, what a fascinating way to spend your time. It's very inspired, Michael. You're very clever, and I know that obviously a huge amount of work and patience goes into everything that you do. These are historical documents, really, aren't they? These books that you're putting together.
Yes, it's how it is right now.
Remarkable. Well, what a privilege to have a look at it firsthand. I can't wait to see the scale of the exhibition. Can you tell us your website so that we know where we can look you up?
michaelwhitefoot.co.uk.
Excellent website title. Considering, Michael, a treat to see you. Thank you very much indeed.
You're very welcome.
What a fascinating insight into the life of a photographer. So if you want to see the exhibition, I'll probably bump into you because I cannot wait to go and have a little look. It's in the cathedral on Monday. Giant printouts, canvases of these incredible photographs from Worcestershire and the Malverns and Italy as well. I've had a sneaky peek at the pictures he's chosen. Definitely worth a look if you're in town at all over the next couple of weeks.